Right, so what we're going to be looking at is just delving into the PHP file upload uh, aspect of PHP. Now, what all I've done is just created a form. Method is equal to post and action is equal to upload.php. Upload.php is going to be our handler, our handling document. And I've also added this very important attribute called enc-type. Now, enc type is ENC-TYPE, so it's enc, ENC, type. Inside here we've got multipart, MULTIPART, / form dash data. That's very important, otherwise HTTP won't take this part of the input that has an array of details, or more than one aspect of the details. So all we've got is a label for file, we've got an input type file, name file, ID file, and input type is submit. So what we've got is this. Right, so let's move on to actually making the script that will handle the upload. So what we need to do is we need to, first of all, check that the file is set. Yeah, that's right. If it's not, then we're going to do er plus plus core dot equals li. Right, and we need to tell it no file selected. Right, so we're going to do an else statement, which would be our actual coding. Right, and we're going to put an if state. No, we're not. We're going to do create a variable called extend, and we're going to put a function inside it called explode. Right, what basically explode does is it takes a string, and whatever character or characters you specify, it will separate that string into two parts according to your the characters you specify. You'll understand more once I've done it. So our character is going to be a dot, and the string is going to be underscore files file name, and then we're going to stick our extend to extend array 1. Now we're going to create an if statement. So if underscore files, oh no, that's wrong. If I'm going to do extend is equal to JPG. Right, so what's happening here is it's checking if whatever comes after that dot is JPG or whatever. So like you would save your file as upload.php, what's happening is it's taking a dot and whatever's before it and it's taking it out. Okay, so we're left with the second, which would be the 1, because remember PHP starts counting from 0, so our second half would be 1, which would be our extension here, so PHP or JPG or whatever. So that's what we're doing, we're making sure extension is equal to one of our web extensions. Now I'm just going to buzz ahead and do the rest of the extensions. Remember, you need to do these in lowercase and capital. Right, so what we have now is a list of extensions of images that are displayed by browsers. So we're just going to go for JPG, PNG and GIF. So we've got our three extensions in both capital and lowercase. Remember, you don't put the dot in because the dot comes under the first array or the 0 array. So our second, which would be 1, will only contain whatever's after this dot. So we're going to do an else statement after this, and we're going to do er plus plus, and we're going to do correction dot equals li. Right. and inside here we're going to put file format not supported. Right, so let's start moving on, because that's really the only validation we need, because not many images are more than, I don't know, maybe 5 megabyte, so, and that's quite large images, so we don't really need to check if it's big enough, if it's too big or not, because this will filter out any executable zips or anything like that. So we're stuck on our images now, so we don't really need to do that much more validation. So we're going to do an if statement. If at move underscore uploaded underscore file. Now this function is just going to move, because when you upload a file, PHP stores it in a temporary directory. Now what we're doing is we're taking it from this temporary directory and we're putting it into a more permanent one. So we're going to do underscore files file tmp underscore name. That's our file that we're taking, our file temp name, and we're going to change it to uploads, which is our directory, dot well, I'm just going to put time, because I don't want any of my documents clashing with each other or having to overwrite each other. So we're going to put time just so as to make sure that nothing conflicts each other. We're going to need to put the dot, because remember we took this out before we put the extension in, and we're also going to need to put the extension in. Right, and then we need to do our second lot of brackets, and we do else, and we're going to add our er cor dot equals li error uploading file. Right, so basically what's happened, the if statement is if this has worked, then it's going to do this, else if it hasn't, then we've got an error whilst uploading our file. So now what it's going to do is it's going to echo successful break, and what we're also going to do is we're going to echo the image. So we're going to do image source equal to uploads / dot time dot r dot, and then dot extend alt is equal to uploaded image. Then that's just an error with the text editor. Hold on. img double quotes, single quotes, yeah. Time single quotes. I missed out the dot. Right. So then we just need to close our image. Save. Right. Now I've already got a file in our I've already found a file, and we're just going to submit it. There you go, successful, and it's echoed out our image that we've just uploaded. So there's our image as well. I've just gone to our uploads directory. This is where our two files are, our index and our upload, and sure enough it's there. Now if I go back and browse and select a different file, let's say this Coldplay file, and submit query, now we get this Coldplay image. So it is actually the actual image, don't worry about that, and it is working. Our script we've just done is actually working. So I'll post this on Byte Forums. Just remember byteforums.com. W3hut.com as well was going to be my website for these tutorials, and jjcom.co.uk, that's my blog. Just useful places now. Um, so yeah, any of those places you'll be able to find this script. So I hope you've learned something today.